Hi there guys, my name's Luke. I am an outdoor student at City College Norwich, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to maintain a kayak. So I'm going to tell you about two different types of kayaks today. I'm going to tell you how to maintain a fiberglass kayak and a plastic kayak. I have got both of those, but they're not stored at my house. But due to the COVID-19 lockdown rules, I can't go to where they are stored to show you how to repair them. Because that would have been really great, because I've got a repair job I needed on my fiberglass kayak, which I thought would have been quite interesting to show you guys. So, to, I'll start with my fiberglass kayak. So, you want to make sure you look after them mainly first. So, to look after a fiberglass kayak, you don't want to be like bashing it about in other kayaks, messing around and hitting into rocks. Fiberglass kayaks, I would just recommend for going for a nice paddle on the water. They're quite nice to go quite fast in. But if you do end up having to get to repair it with a hole in it, you would want to quite get a patch online, a fiberglass patch kit. It don't have to be a special kayak one, but you can get ones that are made out of the same material or same mix of fiberglass that your kayak is made out of, if you know that. So you would mix all that together, and then you have the patch, and then you put all the resin and that on top of it. And then the only problem with that is if you do it on a bit that's painted, it just don't look right, then you just need to repaint it. But if you store your kayak in direct sunlight in your garden, let's say, that isn't the best for any kayak. It can damage fiberglass and plastic kayaks by cracking it all because it's getting too hot and drying it all out too much. So if you are going to store it outside, I would recommend have some sort of shelter over it, or put a tarpaulin over it. But when you put a tarpaulin over it, you want to make sure the surface underneath isn't something like grass or anything like that, and you want to make sure the boats are dry. This is most important because then you could have mould and that grow in them, and no one wants to go and get their kayak out and have mould in them. So with other parts of kayak, you might have stuff like the spray deck, which you want to use. You want to always clean that with fresh water after you've used it. Even if it didn't get that wet, you want to go and wash it with fresh water. That's because that will get rid of the smell after it's dry, and it just makes it look a lot nicer if it's clean. So wash it with fresh water, maybe a bit of soap, and then make sure you get all the soap out of it with the fresh water. And just leave it to drip dry outside if possible. If not, you could just hang it in your bath or shower. That will take longer. Never put it above a heat source like a fire or a radiator. So just take it outside, put it on your washer line, and leave it for a couple of days just to make sure it's bone dry if you're then going to store it for a long period of time. So yeah, I've talked about keeping it covered. So if you've got stuff like a foot block or foot pegs in your kayak, foot pegs are mainly found in plastic kayaks, but you might have a foot block in your fiberglass one. Make sure that's not damaged at all. You can, for plastic kayaks, you can get replacement foot pegs if they've snapped off and all that, and for both of them you can get replacement foot blocks if need be. But with fiberglass kayaks, they're getting harder to find because people don't make them anymore. So with a plastic kayak, if you get a hole in a plastic kayak, you need to know what you're doing, how to repair it. This is done by knowing how to melt the plastic properly to then fill the plastic hole in with the kayak, or with a special kit that you have to get online. You need to know what type of plastic is your kayak made out of as well, because some plastics won't then stick to other type of plastics. But if you don't know what you're doing with that, I would take it to a specialist to go and get it done. And I have had to do it twice before, and it's not a fun job to do. Luckily, I'd had a scrap bit of plastic that I practiced on lots before I'd done that, and it's definitely not a job for someone who's never done it before or has never experienced in any plastic work. It's also important on how you move your kayak around. So if you have a roof rack, you want to get a special roof rack for kayaks. You can get ones that are specially made for your type of kayak if your manufacturer doesn't. or you can get a universal one which will always, or 99% of the time, fit your kayak. These are always padded, so if you've got your kayak on your roof, it's not going to get damaged and it can hold them down. Also, if you're moving a kayak on yourself and it's quite a long one, you want to invest in a pair of wheels and definitely not drag the kayak around on the floor. This can create holes in the kayak, which then could be a costly repair and a timely repair, if that. So that is really all I've got. Ooh, I just had a van get past. um, that's all I've really got to say about kayaking today. So thank you guys for watching. Oh, before I end this, all the repair tips and all that are, I would also recommend if you've got a canoe or any other type of kayak. Apart from if you've got an inflatable kayak, then you got to get a special patch or a plastic or inflatable, whatever material it's made out of, patch. So yeah, make sure you look after your kayaks and treat them well. They are a great bit of kit for transport and have some good fun in. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.